Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya if you're new, and today I'm really excited to be sharing with you my completed coloring pages that I did in the month of October 2024. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first page I want to show you is one of my favorites this month. It's my only double page spread. It's in Dreamweaver by Olivia Whitworth, and most of the pages in here are double page spreads. So this is my second double, and it's this one right here. Let me just move the books there. And I love the colors in here, and I enjoyed this very much. It was very, very simple. I did use watercolor in here mostly. That's why I kind of went quicker. However, the paper in here is not good for watercolor, so I need to see what I'm going to do because I had quite a bit of bleed through. You see this bleed through that I had here? I'm okay with that because I will cover it up. I don't mind. I like a lot of different colors in my stuff, so it's fine. But it does bleed through, which is a bummer. Even a water-based marker. Even though this paper seems thick, it's very porous, and water-based markers and watercolor bleed through. They soak up really quickly. So the paper here is not ideal. However, a page like this, I wouldn't want to do just in pencil. There's no way. So I had to use my watercolors. There was no other option, so I made it work. And I used mostly my Prima watercolors. And I do have a video called My Watercolor Collection and Thoughts, where I go into what watercolors I have, what are my favorites, and how I use them and how they're different. So if you want to check that out, I will link that below. So I use my Prima watercolors, which, spoiler alert, are my favorites. And I also use quite a bit of acrylic marker in here. I think the bridges are with acrylic brush marker, and details, oops, my light is giving me problems. Details on the trees are gel pens and acrylic. I used a lot of also acrylic paint pens. So those are a little different than the acrylic markers. I did use pencil on top, and I used quite a bit of metallic watercolor on the train and like the little clouds of smoke. So, and I did use also water-based marker here with pencil on top. So a little bit of everything. And I love how it came out. So I love this book. This kind of scene, totally, these kind of pages is what appeals to me. It has a lot of trees. I love coloring trees and like scenes. So, and here she is, the little dreamer. And that is my page in there. The next book is called Rabbit Girl. It's a Korean coloring book. And I wanted to give a big shout out to Candace from Happy Catastrophe here on YouTube. And she posted on her Instagram that this was on sale on Amazon. And this was on my wish list for a very, very long time. But the price was really, really high. So I just thought, well, I guess I'll never get it because I couldn't find it on Amazon Japan either. And then when she posted that with the link, I was so excited. So I got it for a good price. It's called Rabbit Girl. I don't know if it's still available. I think there might be some copies still available. And this page is one of my favorites this month. I did it's the cover illustration right here. And this is definitely one of my favorites. I just love the colors. The color palette is totally up my alley. Obviously, I picked it, but sometimes the color palettes that I use are not my favorite, but this one definitely is. So I gave her blue hair because I thought it would be a great contrast for the brown. The brown background in ochre is Neocolor 2 water-soluble crayons. The purple here is acrylic marker. And I use water-based markers on the flowers. So if you want to know how I use the water-based marker, check out, I have a color with me in the autumn coloring book, which I will show soon. I kind of go into how to use water-based markers in there. So I hope you check that out. And it made it go really, really quick. The flowers were done super, super quick. And I used a lot of neon gel pen to cover the lines, and acrylic paint pens to cover the lines. And I love the color of her dress. It's like, this is my favorite type of green. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite pages this month. I showed it in some of my process videos, I believe, little snippets of it. But, yeah, one of my favorites. Love that page in A Rabbit Girl. The next book is actually a Happy Mail that I got from a wonderful viewer, Nini. Thank you so much. I love the book. And it is called Katma Sutra. This was on my wish list for a very long time by Paul Coe. I originally saw this book on Tammy Colors too, and I loved it. I had no idea the paper would be so amazing. The paper in here is amazing. So go check out Tammy's flip through of this. It's a very quirky, adorable book of this cat in different famous scenes in different places. So, and the paper is really awesome. So I started that page. I didn't finish. This is the page that I finished for this month. And it actually came together pretty quickly. So as you could see, I based it entirely with alcohol marker. And if you could see the background, I started with the background. I did like a yellow and then a lighter yellow into a light green into a blue. So I just did that. And then you can smooth out the transitions with pencil. So, and then I added a little bit of a darker pencil yellow behind that. But it's just very, very simple. A light yellow, a lighter yellow. And these are Ohuhu brush marker. The Ohuhu Honolulu alcohol markers with a brush tip. So then so it's alcohol marker with pencil on top. And I did use some water-based marker, like the purple is water-based marker, but most of it is alcohol marker. And there is some gel pens and acrylic markers, but it's mostly, like I said, the alcohol marker with pencil on top. I love how it came out. I love leaves, so I love that he was like in a tree in the rainforest, it looks like. So I had a blast coloring this, and it came together super quickly, really, really quick, because they're very simple. I would say that this book is great for beginners. It's a wonderful, underrated, overlooked coloring book. And it's very, very simple, and you can do a lot of good, really, really fun stuff with this. So I am in love with the book. Now, I did start another page, as you could see, also based with alcohol marker. And I even started another one, also based with alcohol marker. So, love the book, love this page. One of my favorite pages this month. Thank you again to my wonderful viewer. The next book is The Magical Journey by Lizzie Mary Cullen. And this is one of my favorite books. Unfortunately, the paper is thinner than I would like. But it is what it is. So, anyway. Let me show you my completed page. Where is it? Here it is. So this page is the Yungas Road in Bolivia, a terrifying cliff road that connects La Paz to Coreco. I don't know exactly where here's a little bus that I did in red. I always like to add a little red to my pages. I love this page. I did this with watercolor pencils, Inktense pencils, acrylic markers, brush markers, and a lot of gel pen and paint pens to cover the lines. I did have a little bit of, I think I had a little bit of bleed through. No, I did not. But yeah, I love the scene with all the trees and this crazy cliff. I did use Caliro, the pearl metallic watercolors for the clouds there. And the snow at the top of the mountains. I hope you can see the shiny there. But, and I used my Graphitint pencil to create like an old paper scroll here. So that is my page in there. I love it. Love how that one came out. That's in Magical Journey. The next book is actually a buddy color in Shooting Star. So this was a buddy color with DJ's Coloring and Art. And DJ, I enjoy the buddy color very, very much. She actually approached me and asked if I would do a buddy color with her and in this book. So we settled upon this page. And this is a page that I did earlier, maybe a couple of months ago, but this is the page that we did this month, and I love how it came out. I did use, see, I have some watercolor that accidentally came to the back. That's okay. I use watercolor for the background, and I use some granulating watercolors here for the little grassy area. The rest is Artex pencils, some neon pencils on top, a little bit of acrylic marker and gel pens to cover some lines. I used one of my, I actually think I used my artsy watercolors that were sent to me for Happy Meal in this star. I decided to do like a gold star. But I wanted to do like a little bit of a neon glow around the mushrooms. And I try to use like autumn colors, and autumn colors with a little bit of neon pops. So that is what I did there, and it was very fun, very enjoyable. I love this book. I think this is like my favorite Maria Troll book. And the reason is it has a lot of scenes. So it's mostly scenes. Now, originally Maria Troll is mostly like this kind of stuff. And this is less my thing, even though I do color it, it's fun. But her other books have more of like these type of illustrations, whereas this one has more like scenes with, you know, a sun and like the moon or like the sky and clouds. So that's why it's my favorite. And so DJ, thank you so much for the buddy color. Her page came out stunning. I love the color she used, very autumnal. I will insert a picture right after this. So thank you, DJ, for the wonderful buddy color. I had a blast. So that is Shooting Star by Maria Troll, and I'm really excited for her new book coming out. The next book is Daydreams by Hannah Carlson, and I completed a page in here that was a whip for a while. Let's see, where is it? It is, here it is, the cat. The cat with like houses and different foliage on its back. So I decided to use a limited color palette, and I love how it came out. I think the pops of red and a little bit of neon really stand out here next to the brown, like muted tones of the houses. And I based it with watercolor. I used some oil pastel here on the bottom and over here, and a lot of gel pen and paint pens to do these little foliage. For the houses, I used my Graphitint, either pencil or paints, I can't remember. So it was a lot of fun, and I love the colors again. So that is my page in Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. The next book is Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoko Igusa. And this is my second page in here. My first page was a double page spread a while ago. And I am working on this. This is a whip. And I love this. I want to go back to that. But the page that I completed for this month is this. It's a still life, which I don't usually gravitate towards coloring objects. But this was fun. I used my Prismacolors mostly in here. There is some gel pens, acrylic paint pens, and stuff like that, but it's mostly, I did use a little bit of watercolor, but mostly it's my Prismacolor, which usually I don't do an entire page with pencil, and this was a lot of pencil. So it took me a couple of months to complete, because I was just using pencil, and I don't usually do that. But I did use some Calero on the gold, and I did shade on top of that. So, but yeah, the perfume bottles with the flowers, it was a lot of fun. I feel like it's a nice fall colors, also perfect to finish in fall, even though I started this in the summer, I think, or maybe even the spring, I don't remember. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. That's my page in Garden of Fairy Tale Animals. The next book is Autumn Coloring, which was another gift, a Happy Meal from a wonderful viewer, Tamila. Thank you so much. And I did a color with me in here which I will link below, using water-based markers. So I give a few tips in there on how to use water-based markers more effectively, I guess. So if you want to check that out, I will link it below. And the page that I did in here is this one, The Rustic Cabin Retreat. I really wanted to pick a page that was a house because it's like a house shape. So, and I believe this is available on Amazon US. So, if you're interested, and I use mostly water-based markers in here, some watercolors, some acrylic brush markers, and gel pens and stuff like that. So, but mostly it's water-based marker with pencil on top a little bit. And I love the glow in the houses that I did. And this was a lot of fun. It was very, very easy. This paper is very, very smooth. So it's to me, it's perfect for, and it doesn't soak up water. So it's great for water-based markers. I'm sure watercolor would do well. I did use a little bit of watercolor on my page, but to me, this is a water-based marker book because the water-based markers work very, very nicely in here. And they don't bleed through or anything. So this is actually a nice paper. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites this month. I had a really fun time coloring that one. And yeah, so the next book is The Explorer's Journey by David Haben. And this is an out-of-print book, unfortunately. The paper is very good for watercolors, so I do use watercolors in here. And this is my completed page for this month. I use some granulating watercolors, the White Nights. And some Inktense pencils on top, and other watercolors. Some gel pens and acrylic paint pens to cover some lines. But I did use some Calero also for some of the bubbles, or planets, I don't know what they are, stars. But I love how it came out. It's very unique colors that I use. I don't usually use these kind of colors in a scene, but I did enjoy it. I did do a little bit of acrylic brush marker in these areas. So it looks like a portal of another world, like this opening up, and that's what it looked like to me. So yeah, that was a very fun page, and I love the paper in this book. I wish they would reprint it. So that's that one. The next book is a book that I saw on, actually, I don't know if I saw it on her channel, but she got the other one. Doodle Robot, my coloring bestie. I saw this, or at least this artist on her channel, and I kind of overlooked this artist, but when she did her haul and was flipping through it, she enabled me, and I got this one and another one by him. And he was apparently a tattoo artist, a former tattoo artist. So something about this book and the other one is very inviting. Some of them are pretty simple, but I really like his talent, his illustrations. It's very inviting to color. So I actually did a page here. And by the way, Jackie from Spare Room Studio also got this book recently, and she said we should do a buddy color in here. So Jackie, if you're watching, I can't wait to do a buddy color with you. I love Jackie's channel because she kind of colors similar to me. She doesn't do too much pencil work, and she calls it tedious. She does a lot of watercolor, and I love that. She likes to speed things up. So the way that she colors totally speaks to me. I love her channel so much. Anyway, so this page I actually did with some acrylic markers, which I will show in another video. Some water-based markers, and then the pink I did with watercolors, the pink flowers with pencil on top. I show a little bit of this in my coloring update. And I ended up doing the leaves with Gansey Tambi watercolors. And I used my Sparkle Pop gel pens to do like the outline. And here I did outline with my artsy watercolors that I got from Tamila, metallic watercolors. And this one is a dual metallic gel pen that I did the lines. So I hope you can see the shimmer in here. But I love how this page came out. As you can see, I used a Color Cube palette. And I did add to this. Obviously, the gold and this green ochre is not on here. So I did add to this, but this kind of got me kind of going, which is nice. And I really need to use these more because they're really fun. So this is also one of my favorite pages. And this is one of the few pages that I started this month and finished this month. So I think I only have one other page that I actually started this month and finished in 1 month. All the rest are whips that I started months before. And this one just came together really quickly. So now if you can see, I did put black pencil around, like black and indigo, to kind of make these pop out a little bit. That is a trick that I also show in one of my coloring updates, but you can see the pencil, the black like border around, that makes it pop. So yeah, I love how this one came out, and I used watercolors, very, very easy, came together super quick. So that's in Color Odyssey by Chris Garver. The next book is actually a group buddy color hosted by my wonderful friend Doodle Robot. And so there's a group that is going through and doing pages in this. We do every other month. So I just joined the group. And so the buddy color page in here is not a page that I normally would pick. So it was nice to kind of get out of my comfort zone. And I already started a couple of pages in here. This is with watercolor. This paper, you guys, is incredible. The quality of this book is incredible. I wish more coloring books like had this quality because it is phenomenal. Phenomenal paper. The watercolor sits on top. You can move it. It doesn't soak through right away. And it doesn't soak through at all, actually. And so this is wonderful for any wet media. I'm sure pencils work also very nicely on this. And I have used pencils also. I started another page in here. So that's a double page spread that I'm working on. And there's watercolor in here and pencils, a lot of stuff. Watercolor pencils. But the buddy color page that we did is actually this one, the dragon. Like I said, not a page that I would normally gravitate to, but I'm glad because it kind of pushed me to do it. So I used granulating watercolors in the background and I put pencil on top. I use water-based markers in here with pencil on top. And also the dragon is water-based markers with pencil on top. The house is a lot of watercolors and some acrylic paint pens. And I use a lot of gel pens and paint pens to cover some lines. And I also use some acrylic marker here, like I said. Oh, and Calero metallic watercolors, the pearlescent watercolors. You can see the shimmer. And some Artix markers also for the stars. So just, I always use mixed media, as you guys know. And I can see I didn't cover the lines of his nostrils. Hang on. Sorry, that was bugging me. I actually did cover it, but I covered it with a blue gel pen and I changed my mind. So I just covered it with a jelly roll right now, a red jelly roll. But anyway, this was a lot of fun. And thank you, ladies, to all the ladies in that group. It's a lot of fun to do a buddy color and like challenge yourself to do a page that you wouldn't normally pick. And to see everyone's beautiful pages is very exciting at the end of the month. So thank you so much, ladies. That was a lot of fun. And that's in Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Liedel Hall Oberg. The next book is a book I always try to color in at least one page in the fall. Hopefully this year I'll do 2. But it's by Julianne St. Clair, a wonderful illustrator. I wish she did more books. She does have one other book, which I have, but this one is called Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. And it is originally a like Christian type of coloring book with quotes and stuff from the Bible. But it's a beautifully illustrated book. And I actually have quite a bit of completed pages in here. Very autumnal. But anyway, the page that I did this month is this one. Let me just move it out of the way. And I used watercolors in here mostly with pencil on top. It came together pretty quickly. I also used acrylic paint markers, brush markers, to cover a lot of the lines and add details like on top of the watercolor. So it was a lot of fun. And then here I think I used, I don't know if it's Neocolor or watercolor pencils in here to have more control over where the colors were. But yeah, it was a lot of fun doing this page. I love this book, and I have a whip in here that I hopefully will do next month. If I can complete it next month, that would be great. Where is it? Let me try to find it. Here. This one is a work in progress that I started last year, and I really want to work on it. Hopefully I'll finish it next month, so we'll see. That is Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. And this book, Inspired Coloring Travel, is one of my experimental books. It's Shutterstock images. I got this years ago for $1 at the dollar store. And I use it for a lot of experimenting and like mixed media type of pages. Hold on, I'll show you some other pages. You know, some experiments work and some don't. But so the page that I did this month is this one. And it was just a fun exercise with oil pastels. I really wanted to use my oil pastels. I did use a little bit of acrylic marker, I think, or watercolors in here, but mostly it's oil pastels. So I had fun doing that. And it was just like a quick, like, I call it an exercise where you, when an artist does a quick sketch, you know, it's like an exercise. So that's what it felt like to me. Just, I wanted to use some of my oil pastels, so I did that. And I did use a little bit of paint marker on top, just to create some more depth to the bushes or the trees there. So that was my last page. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you had a wonderful month of coloring. And I'm looking forward to November to do more fall pages and I will be starting some winter pages because it takes me a couple of months to complete things. But anyway, I might do a winter coloring plans video, even though I don't usually do plans. I can do a seasonal plans video because I can kind of know what I want to do in that season. I never know what I will do in that given month, but I think I will do a winter plans video. I did it last year and it was a lot of fun. Anyway, have a wonderful week and month of coloring, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.